Go. Go. Again, ready, go. Go. That's it, that's it. Stay here.
Okay.
So let's see. So when you start moving this way at the beginning of the backswing, the whole body is shifting like this.
Okay.
So instead of moving the pelvis more, so let's see.
Yeah.
The whole body is shifting.
Body
so you still maintain this away lean here. So your pelvis stays on this side. The spine leans away from the target. And then on the way down, you're opening your chest quite a bit through the swing. So swinging like this. Now let's look at the down the line view. One thing you can see is that the pelvis is shifting this way. That's why in the pelvis motion, you have a tendency of moving the pelvis in the backward direction quite a bit in the downswing. Because the pelvis is, the spine is leaning away from this position, all you can do is moving the pelvis away and then make a room here and then swing through. So your right elbow is stuck here, and then in order to bring the arms in front of your body, then you have to move the pelvis away and then let it go. Okay. And your choice is moving the pelvis backward direction here. So that's what we looked at in the data. And then the main goal here is to move your pelvis away more, but the difference is, again, I use this example often in these days, but when you ask dancers to lift a leg, then there are two very different styles. One is leaning and then lifting. This is usually seen in the novice dancers. So when you try to lift one leg, in order to maintain the balance, you lean your upper body in the opposite direction. Okay. Versus the skilled ones, when they lift one leg, they go this way here. They shifted the whole body and maintain the upper body more upright, going this way here. Okay. So we have similar aspect in golf. When you try to put more force on the right side during the backswing, what you can do is you can just lean this way and then load onto this side versus going this way here.
Okay. And that's when the reverse.
The advantage of this is then you can use the hip muscles to go this way here. So you can maintain really active, continuous motion when you let the pelvis shift. But if you go this way, it's hard to move.
Yeah.
The best way, the easiest way to figure out whether the motion is natural and then good is to repeat the motion again and again. So for example, here, if you repeat this motion, it's not really natural. But if you shift the pelvis back and forth, then you can do this forever. And you can have a good control and then continue this motion. So during the backswing, what I want to see is that instead of shifting the whole body this way, go this way here. Yeah, and then, so before you start the backswing, first let the pelvis shift and then turn around and go into this position here. So this is like a very different posture, right?
Yeah.
And then this is really good. Actually, this is good posture here.
Okay.
And a little bit of a reverse pivot feel here. If you go to this position, then because the pelvis is now on this side, you can push the ground with the right leg. So what happens is, if you look at this continuous motion, again, go to the setup position here. As you turn this way, you are in this position. So shifting away, and then you can also recenter and then turn around. So the advantage of shifting the pelvis this way is the pelvis shift here, and you can recenter and then turn around. So let's practice. Fold your arms, and then lean forward. So from there, if you go to the backswing position by shifting the pelvis more this way here, and then let the body shift toward and then turn around. So again, so if we do this continuously, shift away and then toward. So here, shift away and toward. So naturally, you can repeat this motion back and forth. So continue that motion. Again, going that way. Again. So in the backswing, try to more lean your body this way while the pelvis is going, yes, yes. And also doing that, keep the arms close to your body. It will be easier. Okay. Instead of lifting the arm up. So from here, go to almost like a leaning this way, and then let it go, and then continue that motion, let it go. So you can easily repeat this motion back and forth. Yeah. Yeah. So when you repeat this motion back and forth again and again, then you'll feel that this is not, after all, this is not a bad position here. Yeah. This actually will allow you to keep moving back and forth. So make it continuous, and so smooth and continuous. Yeah, now you have a lot more pelvis motion. So this is something we are looking for. Okay. Now let's go to the rope swing. Have you tried the rope swing?
A couple times, yeah.
So keep it as long as possible. So yeah, hold it at the end, and then swing back and forth. Stand on the mat, yeah, and then swing back and forth continuously. On the way down here, both ways, you have to move the rope consistently. Okay. Okay. So if you don't, then you will see two different planes. So again, repeat back and forth, and then image your plane here, and then try to move the rope along the plane consistently both ways. And as you repeat the swing, see if you are moving the rope consistently along that plane. What I see is in the downswing, the plane is more going this way, backswing more going that way. It's not consistent again. So here, one thing, when you work with the rope, the main goal is to move the rope consistently along a single plane, consistent plane. Okay. It's not about your body motion. So in other words, you have to adjust your body motion to secure consistent rope motion. So if you are moving your body too much, then you have to reduce the motion. Just try to bring the rope back and forth consistently. Again. So currently you are shifting this way quite a bit in order to make a room for the elbow motion. Okay. Because the elbow is coming down this way. In order to make the space here, you are shifting this way quite a bit. So you are pulling it down like this. But instead from here, just let it go. Instead of bringing it down like this.
Can you do the letting it go?
So stand tall in the downswing. Go up here, stand tall, and then let it go. Instead of go here and then try to pull it down quite a bit. Or move the right elbow down quite a bit. Just on the way down, try to stand tall and then let it go. Like that, yeah. You have to keep the motion consistent, but let me show you this. So you have to minimize unnecessary body motion and then bring the rope consistently back and forth. So it can be as simple as this: swing, swing, swing. But in your case, on the way down, you're going quite low here because this has to come here.
Okay.
But if you just let it go here, up here, you can generate good speed here.
Yeah.
But because of intentional lowering of the body here, you're losing that.
Okay.
So again, on the way down, try to stand tall, but to make sure that on the both ways, you're moving the rope consistently. Now, so after the downswing, when you start the backswing, the rope motion is not that smooth. It's because you are turning this way too much here. From this position, when you try to do the backswing, it's hard. But if you just let it go, your arms here, and then start from here, it'll be easier. So you have to change the way you move at the end of the downswing a little bit. So make the beginning of the backswing a bit easier. That way you can gradually adjust your motion. Yeah. So even at the, so let's assume the setup position.
Okay.
So from here, when at the end of the backswing, the rope will go over your right shoulder and then go down here under your armpit. And at the end of the downswing, the same thing. Try to keep the rope crossing your left shoulder here and then going to this position.
Okay.
Okay, also at the end of the swing, maintain this reverse pivot posture so that let the rope stays here instead of going up here. When this happens, it's hard to bring it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Swing, 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 swing. Okay. Swing, 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 swing. Now, in the backswing, make the motion a bit faster. So in the backswing, bring the rope faster.
Continuation. Okay.
So again, it's all about how to move the rope. Okay, you will use your body to move the rope, but the bottom line is you have to have a speedy motion of the rope back and forth. Okay. No. You are putting a lot of effort in the downswing, but in the backswing. Yeah, backswing should be faster. Downswing is good enough. Now, yeah, that's fast enough, but it's too jerky, too snappy. So make it continuous, smooth. Still, it should be fast enough. It's fast, but it should be smooth. No need to swing really hard, that hard, okay? All you need to do is just work with the rope and then make it just swing fast enough. For example, I don't move my body that much, but I can guide the rope quite nicely, consistently here. This is something you need to learn. Okay? So instead of having exaggerated body motion, try to work with the rope so that you can have a nice, continuous, and then speedy rope motion. It shouldn't be snappy. Feel the motion of the rope. Feel the motion of the rope. Feel the motion of the rope, and then guide the rope. The whole goal is to move the rope properly. So you have to move your body in such a way that you have a consistent rope motion. Yeah. Again. And then during the backswing, shift your pelvis to the right more. Do something similar in the backswing. Do something similar to what you do in the downswing. So you are currently putting a lot of effort to this side, but you can do the same thing as if you are swinging to the right. So both ways, try to come up with a similar magnitude, similar motion. Yeah, so generally the way you are working with the rope is a lot better, but let me record it from here. Put the reasonable effort in the backswing, particularly the way you move your body, try to come up with something similar to what you do in the downswing, okay? So when you do the backswing, try to turn the pelvis more this way, and then move the pelvis this way. So currently, you're putting more effort in this turn here, but do something similar to this turn. Try to turn this way quite a bit, and then also turn this way. So instead of just to go about here and then try to turn a lot here, try to give a more balanced turn both ways. That's why that's the only way you can move the pelvis reasonably away. Okay, swing, 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 swing both ways, swing, 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 swing. Okay, swing, 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 swing both ways, swing, 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 swing. Yeah. Now you're moving your body a lot better. From now on, do the rope swing a lot.
A lot?
Yeah. Okay. And then the goal is to have a consistent motion of the rope.
Okay.
The rope motion, the interesting about the rope motion is that because it's a flexible, so you can not really manipulate the motion with your hands, right? So then you have to guide the rope properly. Okay. So that way you will be able to develop better sequence in the body motion. So do the rope swing a lot. So take one with you. Okay. And then use it a lot for you for warm up. And then also from time to time between the shots, try to swing the rope quite a bit. Okay. And then the step drills have 3 stages. Stage 1, keep feet together first, and then throw the club this way, and then let it go. No, not like this, rather like this. Here, and also maintain slightly reverse pivot posture here. And then take a right step, so about here. And then after the step, turn. And then you're going into the reverse pivot posture. As the backswing progresses, take a left step. And then finish the backswing and then let it go. Okay? So have a continuous motion. You don't have to swing hard, just go easy and feel the overall rhythm. Again. In the downswing, you don't have to swing that hard.
Okay.
Just to have, the goal is to have continuous, smooth motion. Okay? And then you're trying to manipulate the club motion. Relax here. Relax the wrist. And then keep the arms straight. And then bring it down like this. Okay? So relax here. And then throw this. So instead of holding it like this and then try to manipulate it, let it go. Feel the motion of the club head.
Okay.
As if you are swinging the rope. Always is important to feel the motion of the device you are dealing with. So let it go, and then bring it back, and then also let it go. Yeah, again. Again. Again, you don't have to swing that hard, just to feel the overall flow. The only thing is that you have to make the motion continuous, no hesitation. So even the trigger motion, instead of going like this, let it go and then bring it back and then let it go. So the goal is to make the club head motion continuous.
Okay.
Okay, no hesitation. Again. Again. And then the trigger motion is too cautious. Then let it go. This is part of the whole thing. The whole motion is one continuous motion. Let it go, bring it back, and then let it go. And also, instead of just using your wrist here, try to have a good shoulder turn and then bring it here.
Okay.
And then with that, it'll be easier to turn your shoulders and go into an active backswing. Okay. Again. And also, when you start the backswing, instead of snapping, pulling the club, let this finish. Okay, let this mature and then bring it back. So give more time here, okay, instead of try to use your arms to bring it down. So the key is the shoulder turn. Again, the key is the shoulder turn. Instead of using your arms, try to have a good shoulder turn and control everything with the shoulder turn. Yes. And as you do the shoulder turn, again, you still have to let the arms go instead of holding it here. So try to use the whole body and let it just flow. Yes, again. 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 Now, let's increase the backswing speed. Okay. So instead of swinging hard in the downswing, rather use about 80% of your effort. And then, but your goal is to have a fast, speedy backswing and a good wind up of your shoulders. Again. And then when you transition from backswing to downswing, you really have to use the wind up of the shoulders and then let it go, instead of do this and then try to lower your body intentionally in the downswing. That's why you have this disconnect between your shoulder wind up and then in the downswing you intentionally try to lower this body. So these are not connected. Okay. So use this wind up and then using that, let it go. By turning the shoulders back and then let it go. You have to, in the downswing, just use a shoulder turn, particularly using the wind up, and then do the swing. Yes, that's better. Now you have a less lowering of the body in the downswing. Again, by using the wind-up, you are doing the downswing. Again. And also, with that good wind-up and the faster backswing, after this step and as you turn this way, push the ground hard with the right leg and then try to stand tall during the backswing. When you try to stand tall, that doesn't mean that your actually spine goes up this way. Maintain the spine axis. So maintain the spine axis, but your right hip is moving up. Okay. With this action, automatically you will be able to shift it back easily. Because during this turn here, you are going into this reverse pivot posture. So your body is slightly leaning toward the target, right? With that, if you have a good right foot push, then naturally you go this way and then turn around. Okay?
Okay.
So, again, so during the backswing, use the right leg actively and then try to stand tall. With that, you are going into the reverse pivot posture. Again. Let me record this, and then we'll go to the next one. We'll work on the next aspect. Okay, ready, go. Go. Ready, go. Go. The trigger is still too cautious, and you're not really letting your body to do the trigger motion here. Okay. So it should be more rigorous trigger. Let it go and then bring it back. Okay? In order to have a speedy backswing, you have to have a good trigger. Using the trigger, you are promoting active backswing. Yes. So the focus is not the downswing. Do not try to put a lot of effort in the downswing. You will automatically be able to swing hard if you have good wind-up during the backswing. Okay. So the goal is to have speedy backswing and a good wind-up. Okay? So for that, you have to use the trigger motion well. That's a bit too much, so your arms were going like this. So you have to wait until this is matured and then bring it back. That's better timing, yes. Again. So now, instead of bringing the club that high, the body motion is good during the trigger motion. Bring the club about this high here.
Oh, it's here back here?
No, here. In the trigger motion.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So go about this high, but use your body more. And then during the backswing, try to stand tall by pushing the right leg. Yeah. So more and more, put the emphasis on the backswing. Okay, speedy backswing. Don't worry about what you do in the downswing. Downswing will be just simply a continuation of the backswing. Okay. So by using more active backswing, now your swing is getting better and better. So again, use good body-driven trigger and Now let me record this. Okay, ready, go. Ready, go. Go. Now let's take a look at your swing here. Stay there. Stay. Now the trigger motion is compact, more compact. It's not going that high. Then you have to use the body, shoulder turn actively here. So compare this with the previous one. Yeah, this is so using your arms a little bit. Now this is a bit more body driven here. So overall flow is really good now. And then you're moving your pelvis more this way. Okay. Whether you're aware of this or not. Naturally, when you have the stepping action, automatically you will move the pelvis more this way. Now this is the previous one. Look at this. At the end of the trigger motion, your hand position and then curl up. So you're intentionally doing this. Yeah. But let it go and then bring it back. Okay? The last trigger motion here, this will be better because you have a more compact trigger motion. So in this, make sure you have a good active turn of the shoulder during the backswing. In order to have a good turn here, you have to use a trigger motion. The whole purpose of the trigger motion is to activate the backswing. Okay. So have active backswing. And then when you have a good wind up here, you don't have to do anything in the downswing. Just from here, from this position, simply let it go. Okay. So stand tall here and then lean this way. Naturally, you'll have a little bit of a recentering motion and then let it go. So what should happen is, fold your arms and then bend over. So from here, when you have a good shift of the pelvis this way and then going into the reverse pivot posture, right? And then push the leg, then naturally this motion will follow. So this shifting motion is part of the backswing. Okay? It's not just to go here intentionally try to lower your body and then shifting this way, but rather this recentering, the shift away and the recentering. Recentering is coming from good right leg push. So again, from here, this is the trigger motion. Turn, and automatically you're going here, and then let it go. So when you start the downswing, you have to have a good, this closed body posture here. Okay? Start the downswing with this posture, and then just to turn around at once. The good shift motion. So intentionally, you try to start the downswing with the pelvis shift here, but rather go away and then recenter and then let it go. So do it on your own. Make it continuous. Yeah. So here, because you had this recentering earlier, and then you try to shift more, then you lose the balance. So in the downswing, you just need to turn around. Okay. Because that shift will be done before. So during the backswing, you already have the shift motion. From here, just a turn around. Okay? So again, go here, come back, and then turn around. Give enough pelvis turn. You're cutting it short. So just to go here and then just to stand tall, push the right leg, and then shift back and then turn around. Okay, instead of sliding the pelvis early. So when you are in this position, imagine a wall here. You are pushing the wall, pushing against the wall using your upper part of the trunk, not the pelvis. Okay. Push against, and then turn around. Now, this is very different from what you're doing because you slide and turn, but go here and stand tall and then push against the wall with the upper part of the trunk and then just a turn around. So that this recentering motion should be part of the backswing. Okay. So again, have good trigger and then shift initially. Always shift first and then turn around. As you turn around, you're already shifting this way. And in the downswing, simply turn around from here.
Okay.
Yeah, so during the backswing, you have a shift away and then recenter. And then instead of sliding the pelvis, try to push against an imaginary wall using your upper bodies. In other words, you only need to lean this way and then turn around instead of sliding the pelvis.
Yeah.
So when you start the downswing, it's not the pelvis slide, but rather push against the imaginary wall using the upper body of the upper part of the trunk. That way you will be able to start the downswing with a lot more closed body posture. Again. Again. Also, lowering of the body, that should be again part of the backswing. Push and during unweighting, during recentering, lower the body, and then on the way down, just to kick the ground and then turn around. Instead of in the downswing, try to lower the body. Go here during the backswing, lower your body, and then in the downswing, simply kick the left leg. Okay, do not intentionally lower your body in the downswing. So that way you will be able to get rid of that intentional lowering and then stuck right elbow. Still, your elbow is quite inside here. Yeah. It's because you are lowering your body on the way down. But if you go here and then lower your body during the backswing with this reverse pivot posture, lower, and then on the way down, you simply let it go. And also that, again, go back here, go up here. On the way down, slowly come down and show me your wrist position. Slowly coming down here. I don't like this.
No? How should
this causes this here. More going this way here.
Okay.
Because of this image, your elbow is stuck here. So, when you have a good wind up here, right, with the good wrist cock here, and then using the wind up, push against the wall, do not slide the pelvis from this position by turning your shoulders and then let the arms go, okay, instead of pulling this down here and opening the body. That's something you have to work on diligently from now. Okay. That's your swing, the main swing characteristic. Sometimes these PGA Tour players are actually bad examples. Some of them do this, and then, so this guy, if you wins the tournament, then suddenly all the instructors try to imitate that. Yeah. And then the junior players are learning this, pretty much ruin the swing. Okay. So the main thing is the natural motion flow here. From this position, if you just let it go, then naturally your elbow will go in front of your body. But in order to intentionally create this, and then this image here, you are lowering your body. This actually steals the timing. Okay. So go, stand tall, and then with the recentering motion, you are lowering the body slightly. From there, simply kick the left leg and turn around. Yeah. And then let the hands go away from your body instead of doing this. Let it go. So more, let it go, okay? And then we'll work on that in the stage 3 eventually. So let me record this again. Now your swing is better organized. Okay, Ready, go. Go. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ready, go. Yeah, this is coming in. This is previous one. Let's see this one, the last one. It's less. You can see that.
Does that also come from the club getting too close to my body? Me pulling?
You have that image here, so the elbow should be here.
If I create better width, it would be better?
Yeah, yeah. So now the last one, it has less motion. So you are just letting it go.
Okay.
So what happens is, in order to bring the club in this position here, your elbow has to be here. That's why you have to lower your body and then going into this position. When you have stand tall and then going into this position, it's not that comfortable here. You tend to go this way here. But if you let the hands go, then naturally the right elbow will go in front of your body nicely, and not in this way here, but more this way here. Okay, so this is stage one.
Okay.
Let's go to stage two. In stage two, use a narrow stance, and then you will only take this step. So without the first step, but it's the same thing. Trigger, bring it back, and then only take the left step and then let it go. Okay. Again here, instead of go here, instead of turning this way and then going into this position, you have to go from here, throw the hands and arms here.
Okay.
Okay. Again. So stage two. Stage two. Again. And then let the hands go away from your body more. That doesn't mean that you let the hands go this way too much, but more this way here. So instead of holding it here, let it go. That way you can use all the speed that you can generate. And then you are shifting this way too much.
Okay.
So when you take the second step, with here you have a reverse pivot posture, right? And then take a step, and as you turn, you have to push the ground again outward here. Then you are going into this position here. So you don't let your body sway this way too much.
Okay.
Remember this posture, the skilled dancers, they go here and here. So when we have continuous motion, good controlled motion, then you have this cone-shaped space. Pelvis moves a lot, but your head does not move that much because it's confined in this space here.
Okay.
So lean backward more. Yeah, the steps become quite natural. Again, shift that way less, and then let the hands go. That's a lot better. So instead of excessively moving your body, you have to let the arms and club go. Okay? There, you don't need to swing that hard in the downswing. Why? If you use good wind-up during the backswing, then using the wind-up, you are going into downswing. When you have a good wind-up, then automatically your downswing will be fast enough. So you don't have to put a lot of effort in the downswing. Okay. So try to use only 80% of your effort in the downswing, okay, but pay more attention to the wind-up. Good wind up, and using that, using the body and then let it go. Yeah. Yeah, so what happens is, on the way down, instead of moving it like this, you have to let it go. Let it go. So you have to add this wrist motion.
Okay.
That will give you good speed. So instead of trying to drag it with upper body, by lowering the body here, simply from the cocked position, let it go. Yeah. So this is stage 2. Let me record this, okay. And then we'll move on to a stage 3. Okay, stage 2. Ready, go. Go. Ready, go. Go. Yeah, now you have a less of elbow problem here. So what happens is it's just a matter of timing of the shoulder turn.
Okay.
So arm is here, but if your shoulder turns too early, then the elbow is here, stuck here. But if you time the shoulder turn properly, shoulder is still here, then the elbow is here, okay, in this position. But if you turn the shoulder more, then suddenly elbow goes here, right?
Yeah.
So it's a matter of timing your shoulder turn and your arm action.
Okay.
If you slow down the opening of the shoulders a bit more, then you will have a better position here. But if you turn your shoulder too early without moving the arms yet, then naturally you will go to this stuck position here.
Okay.
So slow down the shoulder opening in the downswing, and then let the hands go. That's better, yeah. Yeah, so there's no reason to open your shoulders too early. Now let's move on to stage 3.
Okay.
In stage 3, no step.
No step.
Assume your regular stance, but the rest are the same. So use the trigger. Using trigger, active trigger, and let it go. Again, try to slow down opening of your chest. So here, let's have this image. Okay, when you go up here and start the downswing, keep the shoulder closed and then open later, instead of quickly opening your shoulders.
Okay.
So try to keep the shoulder closed and then go down. Open the seal again. So what happens is you have a combination of things. The pelvis is sliding backward. Then you can easily open the shoulders here. So try to keep the thorax axis as it is, but on the way down, in order to push the ground hard, then your pelvis has to actually move more forward instead of sliding backward here. Okay. Okay. So just to try to keep moving the pelvis more laterally instead of going backward here. Okay. So from here, shift the pelvis this way, and then let it go. When you slide the pelvis backward, then you have to open your shoulder early. Okay, so let me give you this image. Fold your arms. And then as you continue, so initially, in order to do the backswing, so from this position, shift first. When you shift, no turn. Shift first, and then turn, right? As you turn, then you will start the recentering, right? As you recenter, keep turning the shoulder more, and then let it go. So the idea is, you shift away, and as you recenter, keep turning more, and then let it go. Yes. Then it's hard to slide the pelvis backward. Yes, now grab the club. And as you start the downswing, give me that feel. So as you shift it that way, recenter, still keep shoulder turning more, then you will be able to delay opening of the shoulder. So give me that, that feel. Again. So during the backswing, more active backswing, and also try to push the right leg hard. Yeah, the right leg push will give you good recentering. Okay. Again. And currently, your swing plane is quite outward. And we have to eventually adjust the swing plane. So give me that good shift away and then good push with the right leg. Okay. And then try to throw the club where I am toward this direction. So I'm slightly on the left side, right? Try to bring the club head more this way. Yeah. Still this way. So in order to adjust the swing plane on the way down, then you have to adjust the direction in the backswing. So your goal is throwing the club head this way, then you have to make a necessary adjustment. That's better now, that's better. So one way to turn the swing plane direction this way is, on the way down, keep the hands close to your body. Let the hands go away from the shoulders. Go away more instead of holding here. Okay. Go away, but then keep the hands relatively close to the body so that you can turn this way on the way down. So the hand pad, go up here. On the way down, bring it down, and then the hands are going more, coming this way, and then impact in this position here. And then going more this way here. Okay. Make a bit flatter pad here. So again, stage 3. The pelvis is still sliding backward quite a bit. So again, your goal is to throw the club head more this way. It's a bit better. So during the backswing, guide your hands a bit more laterally here instead of going backward. So going a bit more laterally, backward or away, and then come this way. Yeah, you should be able to adjust the hand pad. That's better. Yeah, so keep swinging more toward the end of the door over there. I'll watch from here. And during the backswing, don't be afraid of shifting your pelvis away more. Again. Again. Okay. So this is stage 3. I will record this.
Getting tired?
Yeah, he made a lot of swings today. Okay, ready, go. Ready, go. Go. So first, let's see the overall flow. The motion is quite continuous. I can see that your intention try to turn this way more, the swing plane. Yeah, it's quite obvious from this motion here. Yeah, and then down the line view. Now, this is your initial swing.
Looks a lot more movement.
Yeah, and there's a lot more flowing.
Yeah.
Always the easiest way to show how much progress you are making is to compare the swing with your initial swing.
Yeah.
Look at this. So
It seems like my hips totally stop in the first swing.
and it's all upper body
Yeah.
motion, because when the pelvis is in this position, it's hard to use the legs. Only when you shift the pelvis this way, then you can use the hip muscles here. Coming down quite a
Yeah,
bit.
you can tell. You can see it, my hip elbow actually get jammed.
Now you have less motion here.
Okay.
So this is what happens when you repeat the step swing again and again. So from now on, you will use stage 3 as your pre-shot routine.
Pre-shot routine?
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be really rigorous swing. If you want a simple motion here, but still they will give you a good feel of the overall flow.
Okay.
Now stage 3 again, and remember the one that I said earlier. So during the backswing, when you have a shifted this way, and then by pushing the ground well, during the backswing you'll be able to start the recentering motion, and then try to keep turning the body. So by the time you start the downswing, bring the hands here, turn around. So instead of turning the shoulder early, by recentering, your shoulders are still turning this way, right? So you are starting the downswing here and then turn around and let it go.
Okay.
So delay opening of the chest. Keep turning the shoulders backward as you recenter. Again. And in the downswing, instead of lowering your body, try to stand tall as well by pushing the ground with your left leg. Yeah, again, so delay the opening of the chest. Now this time it was quite outward. The swing plane was quite outward. Now let's make your backswing faster. So using the trigger motion, do fast backswing. Yes, this is interesting. Now do the same thing. So using the trigger, have a really fast backswing. Okay, so ready, go. So this motion, you're shifting this here.
Is there more of the pelvis end movement?
Now you have a lot less unnecessary movement because the motion is fast. When the backswing is fast, then your goal automatically becomes slowing this down and then changing the direction, right? Your body already knows that. So your body adjusts to your motion pattern. When you have a slower motion, you have a lot more room for something else. But when you have faster motion, you see, your goal is to slow this down and then change the direction. So again, make a fast backswing. Again. Again. Yeah, so this is the thing. When you have really fast backswing, you will automatically get rid of the possibilities or many unnecessary movements because the motion is fast. So it's hard to introduce any motion in the perpendicular direction.
Yeah.
And also when you have fast backswing, your body already starts working with the ground to slow this down and then reverse the direction.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the reason why I emphasize the fast backswing. Again, let's do stage 3 with the fast backswing. So using good trigger and then try to have a fast backswing. Okay, ready, go. So when you have this kind of a flow, then you will have less unnecessary movement. Your body, by instinct, knows that this motion is not necessary. This motion is not necessary. Okay, ready, go. Go. Everything is flowing quite well. So this motion is a one-piece motion. You don't have much room for lowering your body and all the things. You just let it go.
Okay.
Yeah. Go here and then change the direction and then let it go. So this is the first stage 3. Now, yeah. So let it flow.
Okay.
Okay. And then as you repeat this more and more, stage 3 more and more, automatically your body will start removing unnecessary movements.
Okay.
So you don't have to have any intentional efforts. You just feel the flow and let it flow. Okay. Now again. So go here and then lowering and then opening. Yeah.
I'm staying taller.
Yeah, and then everything is flowing a lot better.
Yeah.
Now, let's go to your regular swing. Okay. So use stage 3 as your pre-shot routine, remembering that, and then do the regular swing. And then, as if there is a ball there, your regular swing. That transition is a bit quick. And also during the backswing, you lifted the club.
I kind of felt that.
Yeah. So in order to have, again, active backswing, from here, you have to shift the body, pelvis first, and then turn around using the shoulders.
Okay.
Then have a bit more time and then let it go. So it should be shoulder-driven backswing, not the arm-driven. So stage 3 first. Remember that the shoulder-driven backswing. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. So as long as you start the backswing with the shoulders, that means supported by the lower body. Then, you will get rid of this arm lifting, and then you will prevent rushing. Whenever you use the arms on the way up, then you tend to use arms on the way down, so you have a rushed downswing.
Okay, so start it with the hip movement,
Yeah.
pelvis movement.
Naturally, when the pelvis moves, then it will allow you to turn around your right hip.
Okay.
During the backswing, shift and then turn around to your right hip, and then push the ground, and then let it go.
All right.
Again, stage 3 and the regular swing. Again. Yeah, you can have a bit more time up there. Make sure on the way down, when you start the downswing, still the shoulder turning backward slightly. So that means delay the opening of the shoulders, right? And then on the way down, you should not have this posture here. Yeah. Rather, let it go here. Yeah, so when you turn, from here, when you turn your shoulders, as your shoulder turn, just to keep it here instead of going to this position here. That's what causes the elbow, stuck elbow, yeah. And one way to do it is use the left shoulder and left arm more actively. Okay. So try this. So keeping the right hand here, go up here, and then from here, by turning the shoulder, and then throw the arm, left arm. Now let the left arm go here. Okay. So by turning the shoulders, throw the left arm more actively. So instead of turning shoulder too much and then going this, then it's too late. So here, more this action. Yeah, something like that. So engage your left arm more, and then both the hands, and on the way down, instead of just using a lot of right arm, try to use the left arm a bit more. Yes. Again. And try to stand tall. So when you engage your left side more, you have a less tendency of going this position because your goal is to throw the left arm. So let's fold your arms, and then ready to throw your left arm. So go this way, and then hold here, and then as you guide your left arm with the shoulder, and try to throw the left arm. Yes, again. And then this one, you are emphasizing the shoulder turn quite a bit. So what happens is the shoulder is turning a lot, so your left arm is only going like this, but rather try to do this. Put the left shoulder in here. From here, using the shoulder turn, throw the arm. Yeah, again. So using the left shoulder, go in and then throw. Yes. So again. It's too quick. So keep a good wind up. Yes. Again. Yes. Now, grab the club. So during the backswing, try to have the feel of putting the left shoulder in. With that, you will have good wind up. Wind up is not coming from your right shoulder, but rather it's coming from the left shoulder. So when you put this in quite a bit, naturally you have good wind up, and also it's easy to have a reverse pivot posture, right? So put the left shoulder in, and from there, use the left arm a bit more actively on the way down. That way you will be able to downplay the right arm. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So doing the backswing while you're shifting and turning around the right hip, put the left arm in more. With that, you are ready to use the left shoulder on the way down, right? So go up here, recenter a little bit, and then let it go. Again, stage 3 and the regular swing. So the more you engage your left side, then actually the better you will be able to use the body. And then particularly when you use the left side more, then you will be able to push the ground with the left leg so that you don't drop your body too much. Yeah, everything is continuous now. Yes. Now I'll record this. Okay. Ready, stage 3 and the regular. Ready, go. Go. Okay, ready, go. Go. So let's see the overall flow here. Stage 3 first, and then let it go. Yeah, so the flow is better. So make sure when you do the regular swing, always use stage 3 as your push-out routine.
Okay.
And particularly pay attention to putting the left shoulder in here with enough pelvis motion so you can go to this reverse pivot posture. When you can assume this reverse pivot posture, then your downswing will be a lot easier because you can use these muscles more instead of using your upper body motion. Yeah, so this is what you need to practice a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No. And then a lot of rope swings as well, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Particularly when you do the rope swing, make sure that you have enough pelvis motion. Go all the way here. Okay, and then swing this.
And then also think about the left shoulder rotating there too.
Yeah. So instead of going to this position here, rather try to use the left side more actively. Throw. Then you will be able to downplay the right elbow less.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have any question?
My only question is, that recentering, does that make it harder to square the club face? No.
Actually, in his case, he's almost going like this here, this impact position here. But when you let the hands go, and then more going into this position, it's actually easier to have the square position here.
Okay.
He's manufacturing currently the impact position, so it's going quite a bit like this. But we'll just let it go. Let's go from here, and then just let it go easily. He can.
He was doing this.
Yeah.
And you want to be more.
Yeah, more drop and then let it go.
No,
so this is something he has to work on diligently. Still, he has this stuck elbow problem.
Okay.
This does not go away quickly unless you intentionally try to put the elbow in front of you. Let's try it. Okay. So this time, intentionally try to put the elbow in front of your body on the way down, okay? Instead of the side. So stage 3. Still is coming here. So it is connected to the way you are turning your shoulder. Again, if shoulder turns early, then always it goes here. But if you time the shoulder motion and the arm motion well, then the shoulder is about here. And then at impact, the shoulder goes here, but in your case, the shoulder turns quite a bit here.
Yeah.
And it's going this position. Okay. So you have to slow down the pelvis a little bit by using the left arm more. When you try to actively use your left arm, this will slow down the opening of the chest. Again, use your pretty much, let's say 70% from your left arm and 30% from your right arm on the way down. Yeah, still he's turning the shoulder quite early. So this is long-term homework for you. You have to work with your coach and then particularly work on slowing down of the pelvis, the shoulder turn on the way down. Because the pelvis is turning too early, then the pelvis is sliding, this turns early and then the elbow is here. But if you feel this motion here, just to let the arm swing, 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 go up, and then let it go.
But keeping his back facing the target.
Yeah, so using the shoulder, you will guide the arm, but at the end, you have to add arm motion more actively. And start it with the more wind up. So from here, so you're way here, right? Start from there, throw the arm from there. Yes. Wind up more, use the wind up and then let it go. Wind up, continuous wind up and then let it go. Yes. So really your downswing motion should start from here instead of open early and then try to do something here. Wind up and from this position, let it go, let it go, let it go instead of, The reason why we want to have a good wind up is because from there you will be able to throw the left arm. Okay. So this is a one-piece motion. From here, let it go instead of first turn and then try to use your arm. That's something you have to work on diligently. And then if you go to my YouTube channel, DrKwonGolf, then I have a video for the one-arm drill. Okay. So there I have this one-arm drill using the club. And the key there is the timing of the shoulder turn and the arm action. If the shoulder turns too early, then arms go like this. If you use the arm too early, then it goes like this. Only when the shoulder turn and the arm motion are well timed, then you will be able to throw the arm toward the target. Okay, your goal is to throw the arm toward the target, so you have to time the shoulder turn and the arm motion well. Yes. Yes, instead of bringing it in quite a bit by turning the shoulder early. So your goal is to throw the hands toward the target. Yes, look at that. Now you're using the shoulders to guide the arms correctly. So this is the one-arm drill, part of the one-arm drill. You have to practice this diligently. Okay? And then gradually change this pattern, and then try to use more wind up from here, and then let it go, so that you don't shift it this way too much because of the lowering and the sliding action. Okay. So that's your homework. Good. And then in 3 or 4 months, when you are accustomed to a new pattern, then we can have another session and see how well you adjusted your swing. Right. Yeah, this is some things it's hard to change. Yeah, something like this, the stuck elbow problem, and then throwing the club outward. These are all connected, but it's hard to change this. Yeah. So you have to diligently work on it. Okay. But in your image, this motion here. So you are guiding the arm motion by using the shoulder turn here, and then go here, and then throw the arms toward the target. Yes. That way, you have less elbow involvement there. Yeah, so let's just let it go all the way. So that drive comes from this action here instead of here. So from here, start the acceleration of the body, and let it go. That's why the end of backswing and the early part of downswing is so important. Your body has to accelerate fast, instead of using the arms quite a bit. So when you have good backswing, it'll prepare your body well during the backswing here. So with this, at the beginning of the downswing, you will be able to quickly accelerate the body and then later let the club go. Instead of, and then try to do something here.
Okay.
So always a lot of things happen at the end of backswing and the early downswing. So during the backswing, push the ground with the right leg, good, and then you will have reverse pivot posture. Start the action from the top, from here, throw, instead of lower this and then try to throw. Yes. So as if so you go up here, there's a elastic band holding your hand here. Then you have to put effort with the body early on. With that, just let it go. Instead of first try to open this and then see what happens.
Yeah.
So from here, from this, using this wind up and using the lower body, particularly the right hip muscles, using this, try to turn your body quickly, then let it go. From there. Yeah, the arm motion should start from there and then, yes, like that. So this motion is really important. Early part of downswing here, this is really important. Instead of come down here and then try to do something. So go here using the wind up and the body action. That's why the pelvis motion is so important. When the pelvis is here, shifted this way, and here, then using the leg action and the shoulder turn together, you can throw. So you can use the whole body to promote this shoulder turn.
Okay.
Use your legs and shoulder turn. Yes. Yeah, that's a one-piece motion, right? Yeah, so practice that a lot. Okay. And then, particularly when you use the rope, pay attention to the rope motion. The goal is to guide the rope properly. And when you have excessive body motion, then always the rope is not moving that well. So keep in mind, minimize your body motion and try to guide the rope nicely. And then as you repeat back and forth, ride the rhythm. Dance with the rope. Okay?